day of the National FDP program on intellectual property rights. Let us start again with a silent prayer. Thank you all. Let me now invite Dr. S. Balachandran, Associate Professor, Department of Microbiology, RVS College of Arts and Science, Sirur, Coimbatore, to welcome you all and introduce the resource person for the evening. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. So I am Dr. Balachandra, working as Associate Professor in the Department of Microbiology from RVS College of Arts and Science. I am very much happy to welcome you all for this FDP program. So first of all, I feel extremely honored to introduce the chief guest of today's FDP program, Dr. Anson Jose, working as an assistant professor at the Inter-University Center for IPR Studies, Cochin University of Science and Technology. I welcome you, sir. His academic journey is marked by remarkable achievements, including a doctoral degree in intellectual property rights from Cochin University of Science and Technology and a master's degree in commerce, specializing in marketing management from the University of Calicut. His impact is evident through numerous articles published in esteemed national and international journals. Beyond his academic role, he assumes pivotal administrative responsibilities. He serves as the placement coordinator, ensuring students' successful transitions into the professional world, and as the IQAC coordinator, upholding the quality standards within the academic institutions. His commitment to research is evident through his role as the coordinator of research group on geographical indications. Moreover, his influence extends to guiding and mentoring and research scholars as he serves as a research guide for 6 individuals pursuing advanced studies. In summary, his profound contributions as an academician, researcher, and mentor exemplify his dedication to the advancement of intellectual property rights. We are very happy to have such an eminent resource person with a robust background, extensive publication record, administrative leadership, and mentorship of research scholars. On behalf of everyone, I welcome our chief guest, Dr. Anson Jose, for today's FDP program. Thank you. Madam.
Dr. Anson, over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, Balanjan sir, for such a nice introduction to me, and thanks for inviting me for this workshop. I hope I'm audible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're audible, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
So we can hear you, sir. Please proceed.
Okay. Thank you. Then I'm sharing my slide. If my slide is visible, please unmute and say. Then only we can move ahead.
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. Thank
you. It is quite clear, sir.
Okay. Thank you for your quick response on that.
You're welcome, sir.
And today's topic is on geographical indications. And my name is Dr. Anson. I'm working as assistant professor in Inter-University Center for IPR Studies, Cochin University of Science and Technology. And my background, as he said, I did my PhD in geographic indications. And this session will be dealing with some practical application and the legal setup of geographic indication. Before that, we need to have a specific understanding about property, what is intellectual property, and how it is related to how it is going to be affected by academics and for our country and state. And the first thing I want to address this, what is property? Property is typically defined as anything to which as an individual or organization holds legal title. So anything that is to which an individual or organization holds a legal title, that's property. And it's little different from intellectual property. And in property, there is possession, control, exclusion, and you can earn income through that and disposition of that. And disposal, you have the full right over it in property. And there are examples like your house and all the property that you are in control and possession and control and exclusion, and earn income through that. And when it will become a property and law it attached, then only it will become legal property. Legal property is associating when it is attached to the law. And the possession and control exclusion is only possible if the legal law is attached to that. Same in intellectual property. The thing that one has the right to is an idea rather than something physical like a car. The intellectual, using your brain, using your intellectual capacity, using your understanding. This all leads to an intellectual property. A thing which a story that in your head will not get intellectual property, but if it is in fixed form, you will get intellectual property. So fixation is important in intellectual property. So properties are gives you the right to possess, control, exclude others, and generate income and in disposition. Property have the capacity. Property, if it is legal property, legal property, then you have this control. Then types of property under law. Under law, begin with firstly, remember this major five types of intellectual property, that is movable property and immovable properties, and tangible property and intangible property, and private property and public property, and personal property and real property, and corporeal property and incorporeal property. An intangible property is property related to that created through your creative thinking, your creativity, your creative capacity. Based on that, you are like drawing a picture, artistic works, anything. That's intangible. But if the story is written in a book, that is intangible. It's tangible form, but story is in your head and you transform that creativity. And types of property, one is personal, private, public, collective property, and common property. So in collective property, actually related with our geographic indications. Collectively, a group of people have the control over that property. A set of people have the control over that property. So we'll begin with the examples of personal property. Personal property, you can relate with a toothbrush, the classic example of a personal property that you will not share with anyone. Usually we will not share with anyone. And property which is personally using. This one example. There are other examples also there. So private property, your clothes is one example, your car, your house, your anything that's private, that you sometimes you will share, sometimes you will not share, sometimes you will keep it as your personal property and private property. And then public property is common places, park, or seashore, and the public transport system and public properties. And collective property, the group of people. A group of people have control over a property. Like your traditional knowledge is a collective property. Traditional knowledge in Kani tribes, you might have heard of Kani tribes, Arambala mirror, then Pokali rice, and Trishur Kuttambuli sari, then Kasargod sari, Kannur Kaitari, and number of examples are there in India. So that's actually collective property. Classic example is geographic indication. We'll coming to that. What is a geographic indication? How it is related? And common property of mankind, it's deep sea, seabed. It's there in the sea. Those who have the capacity to go and catch fish from there, the common property of mankind. Regarding the ownership, in personal property, you are the single owner. Private property, you are the owner. Defined owner is there. In public property, they may be in this control of state, control of this public or trust or someone. This all known in public property. And collective property, a set of defined people are there, defined set of group of there to control that property, to control the use of that property and the ownership of the property, and right to use is vested with the controlled group. And in that category, geographic indications is actually property of a set of people, property of set of defined people. In collective property, that may not be a particular set of people or group of people, may be territorially also associated. Like people who are living in a particular area, particular region, they know the value of it, they know the preparation of it, they know the making of it. This all leads to collective property. So these are the examples of types of property. That's different set of rights, ownership, and possession. It leads in legal system. And in collective property, collective ownership is the ownership of property by all members of a group. There are 413 examples registered geographic indications in India. So in this collective property, the geographic indication, it's controlled by a group of people. Like Aramula mirror. Aramula mirror is a classic example. There are defined specific 18, 21 families are there. They are making it. They only knows how to use it. They only knows how to prepare and make that type of particular Aramula mirror. And in collective ownership is the ownership of property of all that specific group. And they have the capacity, they have the specific knowledge or secret knowledge on mixing and making it in that area. And all regions have, all states have at least 20 to 30 registered geographic indications. There are n number of other unregistered geographic indications in India. Because India is culturally rich. And many of our cultural expressions are geographic indications as product. Then can we accommodate collective ownership in intellectual property? That's the interesting question that we need to ask in geographic indication. And its remedy and its solution is geographic indication. And collective ownership, whether that can be property. In patent, you have seen inventor, single person, right? And copyright, you have owner, author, single individual. Maybe group of authors may be there. Then also there are individualistic nature. In trademark also brand owner, right? The owner of that brand. In Amazon, and in plant variety there is a breeder. There must be an inventor, right? But in collective ownership, we cannot say that this particular person is an owner. The territory itself is the owner. Like our Darjeeling tea. Who's the owner in Darjeeling tea? Those who are cultivating in the 89 hills of Darjeeling. And they have the exclusive right to enjoy that right. But there is a problem with compared to trademark and geographic indication. One is these properties cannot be transferable. Transferable in the sense, in trademark you can sell that individual property. You can change the name. That type of flexibility is not there in collective property as in geographic indications. Because it is territorial. Territory is the linkage. Balaramuram handloom. specific to that region, specific to that place. They have the right to enjoy that name like Balaramuram handloom, Aramula Kannadi, Pokkali rice, Darjeeling tea, Kanjivaram silk, Kanjivaram sari, Kannur handloom. So it's a property of a territory. Even Vadakulam pineapple, Agricultural University is the best university for registering geographic indications in India. They have registered 7 to 18 GIs from Kerala, including all agricultural products. They started registering since 2009 onwards. So we have other handicrafts, weavers, Chendamangalam handloom, Balaramuram handloom. These all are collective property. So nobody can sell that name or transfer that property. The property is linked to that name. And in geographic indication, there is a definition saying that a geographic indication is a sign used on products that have specific geographical origin, possess qualities or reputation that are due to that origin. Due to that origin means the quality is essentially derived from that particular place. A place where the given quality, the blessed, in Darjeeling tea, what is the peculiarity? That 89 hills that gives the climate and the quality of, and giving that quality, the territory is giving the quality, and it's an expression of that territory. Expression of that quality. Territory is the reason for that quality. We have Arabica coffee and Robusta coffee, monsoon to Robusta Arabica coffee. These are in the north side of Kerala. So the quality is defined. Quality is naturally given quality. And the name also naturally given. It's not created name. It's already there in the market. Balaramuram. It's a region specific name. Reputation is based on that. There is at least 500 years of reputation for all the handlooms in Kerala. Chendamangalam and Balaramuram, Kuttambulli, then Kannur handloom, Kasargod sarees. This all have a tradition, the traditional methods they are following there. They are not mixed with any power loom mechanism. They are mixed with their handloom system, even though the number of producers are very less. They are continuing that tradition. And that's a essentially derived quality, the uniqueness of that product. Uniqueness means specially given by the specially skilled people and linked with the geographical quality. The knowledge associated with the people who are living and producing that geographical indication, and the linkage of that is also linkage with the territory. It's also reflecting in a geographic indication. When you are buying a geographic indication, what all the things are mixed? The mixed is a essentially derived quality of the territory. And the quality of the skill of that people, the specific people, Aramala Kannadi, people are very, very skillful in making that geographic indication. And it will take around 30 days to make one mirror, or minimum 2 weeks. So that's a quality of a geographic indication. It is a quality that's associated with the geographically, and uniqueness is also there. The qualities, characteristics, or reputation. These are the three elements that mix in a geographic indication. Qualities. experienced quality by the consumers, still relying on the quality of Chandamangalam, Kutambuli, or our traditional handloom and characteristics that is unique, and reputation, the reputation that they already have, essentially due to the place of origin. Place of origin, because of the place of origin, Darjeeling tea, basmati rice, Kanjivaram sari, and list is there. Since the quality is dependent on the geographical place of production, there is a clear link between product and its original place of origin. That is an essential element for a geographic indication. Linking between people, product, and places. Product and places and people. These three are in connection within geographic indication. Comparing with all other forms of IP, other forms of intellectual property, geographic indications have some certain limitations. The transfer is not possible. And they can only enjoy the name. The people who are producing it, they can only enjoy the name, that Aramula, Pokali rice, Kutambuli rice. They have only license to sell this product in this name and exclude the duplicates, exclude the imitated product, exclude the product coming out of the specific area. Suppose someone is making the Aramula mirror from Kasarkod, don't have the legal, they don't have the right to sell it in the name of Aramula mirror. That's the legal protection we are giving through geographic indications. So geographic indication typically used for agricultural, foodstuffs, wine, spirits, drinks, handicrafts, and industrial products. In India, we have a specific act to protect it. But in India, GIs are protected under Geographic Indications of Goods Act 1999. So agriculture products, Pokali rice and Aerodome rice. There are so many rices varieties, some Palakkad and Matta, then Gandhagasala rice, Jeeragasala rice. These all are our examples of agricultural products. And foodstuffs, wines and spirit, the things with the spirit, wines and spirits, Goa Feni, and handicrafts, Baladamoram, and industrial products also included in it. And examples, Pokali rice, Sirur betel leaf, Aramala mirror, Alapi Kayar, and 31 registered GIs from Kerala. So these are some examples of registered geographic indications in India. Basmati rice, Mysore silk, Mysore sandalwood oil, Mysore sandal soap, Mysore jasmine, Coorg orange, Madhubani paintings, Darjeeling tea, Dharwad peda, Alfonso mango, Tirupati laddu, Kolhapur chapel, Anjangarh banana. And from the outside India, there are Canadian whiskey, Swiss watches, Florida oranges, champagne, tequila. These are the outside India stories related to geographic indication. We have a sui generis system to protect the GIs, which means there is a specific law to control GI products of India. And then why we need to protect the GI tag or protect with the GI Act? It boosts the export in the economy and promotes the economic possibility of the producers. And there are good stories related to their enhancement in the markets. Because with this GI protection, we are excluding the duplicates. Only the original products can sell in the market. Even though the reality may be different, but with this GI Act, we can protect the original one. And demand national and international market. There are stories in Darjeeling tea, Basmati rice, other stories, good stories you hear that they got financial and economic growth through geographic indication protection. Act as a source identifier of the customer. The customer can rely upon geographic indication tag that they can fix that this is the product that we actually searching for, and helps the producer to develop consumer loyalty because products will give you this promising quality. It helps consumers to get quality products with desired traits and with assured of authenticity. It increases the trade and tourism. GIs are the main reasons to enhance tourism. And they are inviting people outside India to the incredible expressions of India. These incredible expressions are geographic indications. And 419 registered geographic indications are there in India. So it prevents unauthorized use by others. It prevents unauthorized use by others. And it's the interest of geographic indication is they gives recognitions to the original producer, actual producer. And it prohibits malpractice and avoids sale of low quality products in the market. This is also important. Our tradition and credibility of geographic indication must be protected in the market. Then who can register a GI? Any association of person, producers, organization. Before going to this, we'll see a movie related to geography indications of Kerala. I hope you can see my screen. Anyone please respond? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is Balaramuram sari and fine cotton, cotton fabrics. This is the registered name of Balaramuram. And this man in making, their weaving style is inside. If you are visiting Balaramuram, you can see the unique way of weaving it. No power loom, still they are with the handloom system. Then Alapi Kayar, this is another registered geographic indication. In Aramala mirror. The special type of clay from Aramula Parthar, the temple, that's a natural link between this geographic indication that they are using special type of clay from Aramula. And the surface itself is the mirror. That's a peculiarity of Aramula mirror. Yeah, smoothing the surface. You can see this surface and giving it a frame. Then Central Travancore Jaggery. This Pioneer Pavitra ring. look at the patience they have and the skills they have in making it. So in collective property, we need to protect these skills also, these names also, in intellectual property form. Though the owners are different, ownership is different, and property is related to the geography. Then Palakkad Maddalam. Skin of the animal, the finished one. Then screw pine crabs of Kerala. There is a place in Kollam, Tadava. So with this, it's another beautiful handicraft. Then this Alapi green cardamom. So switching back to our registration form, rather than discussing completely on the GA Act and all, I thought that some understanding about, I have the documentaries around 2 hours. So rather than looking it more and more into the examples, we need to have some understanding it has, and how we can link it with our Geography Indication Act, and what's the reputation, what's the linkage of reputation, what's the skill they have, and how it is related to the territory. So all are linked to their territorial specialty. So who can file? It's not an individual property. It's an association of person, producers, organization, authority established by under law can apply. The applicant must be represent the interest of the producers. So agriculture university or any universities, they can file if they, since this, as you can see, they are poor farmers, they are weavers, they don't have time, they don't know how to fill application form. You can be a facilitator for them. So that's an option. They must be represent the interest of the producers. So if you are interested, you can apply with the consent of the actual producers. There is a prescribed format, and the form is available in GA registry. The application should be addressed to the registrar of geographic indication along with the prescribed fees. It's around 2,500 or 5,000 for registration. And initially, people, the first person is a registered proprietor, the person who is first filing a geographic indication from a particular territory. And later, other persons from the territory, if they are in the specific territory, specific boundary, they can register it. In patent, what's the advantage? The inventor is certain and clear and limited to a specific person, an individualistic property. But in geographic indication, it's the one person may be in the first person who are going for and filing a registered geographic indication. Then the other part of the territory may not be knowing this is already registered. So he might be doing the same type of business and same community, same group. So he can also register it as he can also enjoy this right as a collective property. That's I'm a producer of the particular geographic indication. A producer of goods can apply for registration as an authorized user. It must be in respect of registered geographic indication. Suppose you are coming from a particular region and you are also in part of producing the same geographic indication, you can apply for authorized user. This is the mechanism to control the ownership of this territorial asset, territorial property, that is geographic indication. Should apply in writing the prescribed form along with the prescribed fee. There is also fee for registering as authorized user. And producer, person dealing with the three categories of goods are covered in the term producer. Agricultural goods includes production, processing, or trading is a producer, and natural goods, including exploiting, trading, dealing with the geographic indication. He can also apply for authorized user. And handicrafts or industrial goods includes making, manufacturing, trading, dealing. This all set of people can register it as a geographic indication, authorized user of geographic indication. And impact of GA on encourage rural development, supporting craftsmen, artists, and weavers and farmers, protect local natural resources, preservation of cultural identity, and large number of geographic indications are not registered because we are in developing stage of premature stage of geographic indication registration. And so registration is not compulsory. We are in the verge of completing that. There are more than thousands of geographic indications in India which is not registered as geographic indication, still starting with the registration process. And we are waiting for to complete it in 2030. But registration gives better legal protection to facilitate an action for infringement. And the authorized user can exercise an exclusive right to the use of GI. He has the full right to use that. And GI is not a common product. It's not replacing a product. Aramola mirror is not replacing a common mirror. The purpose of Aramola mirror is totally different. Some people believe that it gives blessing to the family, and it's coming as a gift, should come as a gift, not by going and buying an Aramola mirror from there. It should come as a gift. Then only the bless will come. That's a story behind Aramola mirror. And it gives you a social value also in the society. Suppose you have an Aramola mirror which you may believe, the people believe that, especially in this Hindu festivals, they believe that this will bring prosperity and bring blessing to the home. So it's not replacing the existing product. It is in existing. It gives social and unique value to you, comparing with the other products. It's a completely special, and the skill of the people is expressed. It's a blessing of the God. So these are the which associate with the geographic indications. Then the authorized user and a trademark is not a type of geographic indication. Trademark is totally different because it's an individual owner. And anybody can start a business and give a name to that, and he can go for a trademark registration. But in GI, you can't make that. It's already there. The reputation is a significant factor to get registered. And in the form, the reputation, you need to explain how long this is there and proof of origin, how long it is existed there. So GI is essentially giving you a particular value. The value is unique value. Coming to the registration of GI, authorized user can exercise an exclusive right, and this GI is for 10 years. protection is 10 years. After that, time to time, we have to renew. Like in our trademark, it's perpetual, 10 years. After 10 years, you have to renew, and continue your business. And what are the rights granted with the geographic indication? Right to sue. The exclusive rights have been granted to the person who is protected under the Geographic Indication Act, and therefore can be inherited, gifted, sold, licensed, entrusted, and mortgaged. Which means you can sell the product and exploit. Exclusive right is given to the group of people or the specific territory. Right to exploit, otherwise the user exclusive right to use geographic indication. He has the exclusive right to use the name Aramula Mirror, Aramula, the name, Darjeeling Tea, Alfonso Mango. Not only the place name, Alfonso Mango is not a place, Aramula is a place, Darjeeling is a place, Basmati is a place, Basmati is also not a place, and Kanjivar is a place, Pokali rice is not a place. And indication with respect to geographic good, which the geographic indication is registered. A right to get reliefs, otherwise the users have the right to obtain relief in relation to violation of such geographic indication. Suppose you are finding a product which is a duplicate to the original product. Original products in the sense, original geographic indication. You have the right to get remedy legally for the violation of such geographic indication. Even it is producing outside the region, even it is producing not in this quality, the specific quality. Suppose it is in power loom, then also you can sue. Suppose you got a product which is in handloom, not in power loom. It should be in handloom. If you got a product in power loom, products as geographic indication, you can sue that this is not original one. This is machine made. No machine made product can be sold as geographic indication because it is the tradition is keeping with that. In the traditional days, there is no machine. And what need to be protected? It denote quality of the origin of the product, and for maintaining the reputation of the product, and protection of goods from unfair competition. So what's the need for protecting GI? What will happen if it is not protecting under geographic indication? The people will create trademarks out of this name and develop a duplicate GI products and dilute, and complete consumer deception may happen and confuse the consumer. So in order to prevent that, we need to protect it as a GI. So how are geographic indications protected around the world? Special sui generis law, there is a specific law. Trademark law in the form of collective marks, certification marks. Laws against unfair competition. This is international system. Then filing of geographic indication, the application for the registration geography shall be made in triplicate and single application filed in different classes of good. As in trademark, this also includes classes of goods. And an affidavit is required to accompany the forms, has to be submitted by the association of person, producers, organization, or authority representing the interest of the producers over certain goods. And step one is filing based on dealing with the uniqueness, quality, and the area of production, and the method of production, and the uniqueness of the product, description of production, proof of origin, and an explanation to the uniqueness value. This all you need to have in the application filing. There is a specific application form. And firstly, it should be state how the geographic indication designate to the goods as originating from the concerned territory. The first thing is linking with the quality is essentially derived quality. The linkage between how the geographic indication is related to is connected to the territory. What's the linkage between the territory? Secondly, the reputation of the product. The geographical map of the territory of the country or region or locality of the country in which the goods are produced or manufactured should be included. So this is a territorial property or region locality of production. Words, figurative elements both included in it. The application will scrutinize by the examiner. In case of any deficiencies and discrepancies, the applicant is required to rectify the same. And this is the registration process, filling an application, examination, objections, opportunities for hearing and refuse, then acceptance of the journal, and after this procedure, it will be published in the register. Then the use of it is likely to deceive, cause confusion. If some name is giving confusion, then it will not get be registered. The use of it is contrary to the law of time being in force. Comprises of contains any scandalous obscene name. These are the things will not get registered. Which comprises contains any matter that is likely to hurt the religious sentiments of any class, then it will not be get registered. It's intended for protection of law, which is determined to be generic name that will not get registered as a geographic indication, and literally true as a territory, region, locality which goods have originated, but falsely representing that will not get be registered in geographic indication. And these are some cases. Tea Board of India was ITC Limited, and Scotch Whisky Association with Pravara Sahar Karna Sangam, and Bangalore Rasagula with Odisha Rasagula. These are certain cases related to conflict of cases that both parties are arguing this is their property. And how it is different from trademark, that's the important point that you have to remember in geographic indication, trademark. A trademark is a sign used in course of trade, and it is distinguished goods or services of one enterprise from those other enterprise, whereas geographic indication is an indication used to identify goods having special characteristics originating from the defined geographical territory. And registered geographically assigned or transmitted shared? No. No, a geographic is a public property, sorry, common property belonging to producers of concerned goods in a specific territory. Any registered proprietor can. So this is related to geographic indication. I'm not going deeper into it. So any questions you have, please. And also I have one questionnaire related to my class. Please give an answer to these questions. It's a strong, odd Google form related to my subject. Will please give answers to this. The link is there in the chat box. I'll share it again. By the time anyone have any queries, please ask.
ഭക്ഷണം ഞങ്ങളെ ബാവ കുറച്ച് അട നമ്മൾ ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട് അത് തന്നെയൊക്കെ പോയി ബാവ
I'm waiting for the others' responses. Any enquiries by the time we can discuss on that? Those who are completing the questions, it's a simple MCQ, not a big task. Please complete it. Only 11 people have responded to that out of 61. There is a question, sir. There are so many food items specific in particular region. Can we have a GI tag for them? The question, the thing is, provided there should be unique values associated with that, and the territorially reputed products, and linkage must be there, and the reputation must be there. Then only we can go for GI registration. The food products also can include, but the problem is we need to prove that the reputation, proof of origin, how long it is practicing, how long it is the recipe is out, and who are practicing, whether all are practicing it for. So it should be specific that the type method of production. There is nothing wrong in going for a GI registration, but people are not interested in individualistic, interested in collective sense. People are interested in individualistic forms like patent, trademark, copyright. So all have the selfish mind. The inborn quality of human mind is selfish. So they will go for an individualistic notion, and that will work as an incentive mechanism. If something is for everyone, we are not encouraged. That incentive will not work. Something for a group, that will not encourage us. Something is for individualist nature, individualistic, that you can aim, that efficiency is associated with that. That's the reason trademark, patent, copyright is more popular compared to GI, because this is a collective property. In the collective sense, there is, and it is a collective enjoyable right also. Something is specifically for yourself, then you can say that will encourage you to work more. If something is for everyone or a group of people, that will not encourage you much compared to the individual. So Dr. Anuradha Sharma, I hope I answered your question. Which product in your head while asking this question, please open. Okay, sir, Sindil Kumar, right? Sindil Kumar, sir, please tell me. Please unmute.
Good evening, sir. Thanks for your nice presentations about the GI. I have a couple of common questions. Which states has the highest registered GIs products in India?
Karnataka is in the top. Kerala is still in competing with Kerala and Tamil Nadu is still competing with Karnataka. They are leading. They have many cultural expressions. So
okay. Then second question: any states has no GIs registered in the country?
Oh, that's a difficult question. All states have at least 2, 3, minimum 2, 3, and 1. In Jammu Kashmir, I think more than 3 or 4. All these states have GIS. The problem is the people who are coming in helping these people. You might have seen the people who are working in this area, working in the production of these GI products. They are some of them are completely illiterate. They only knows how to view, how to make, how to create, and they don't know this. They don't know how to apply for this one. They are exactly creators or makers of GI products. So this is our responsibility, is actually to support them and help them to register maximum. Otherwise, people will steal. They will come up. The people that patent, trademark, copyright, they all will convert this into their property. So the rush is very less in geographic indications, since we are in the premature stage, and this is not individualistic. And number of patents in this different states, that people will not inquire, because there is a queue for filing patents in different parts, different patent offices, because that's individualistic. Ownership is individualistic, and transfer and sell and enjoy. Here you can enjoy only the name. That's a difference between individual property and collective property. GI is a collective property. I hope you answered your questions.
Yeah, yes, sir. But the country has any special avenues to promote this GIs for each state? Any act or any novel ideas to encourage to register more GI?
As far as my knowledge is, if my knowledge is correct, my understanding is correct, government is running behind that. Government is started supporting, there's separate funding for that, and they encourages registration of GIs. They are giving exclusive funds for registration, including MSMEs. They are requesting MSMEs, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, CIPAM, and some other government institutes directly intervening with the weavers of these products. This is our responsibility actually, to prevent misappropriation of this GI products and prevent infringement of these products, and to control and save our traditional cultural products through geographic indication. This is going to be, government is in support of that. And one person from Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, he registered around 27 geographic indication from his territory, from his state, and government awarded Padma Shri to that person. Padma Shri Dr. Rajinikanth is the person who got Padma Shri for registering 27 GIs from his region, his state. So government is in support. If you are approaching Ministry of Commerce and Trade, then they will give fund for registration, and at least they will give some orientations to you for the registration of this product. They are in support. We are in late stage, because all other IPs, they are coming in a mature stage. This is in premature stage. And our weavers and farmers and agriculturists, they are not aware of this protection. They are still in the field. And education level of patent, copyright holder and trademark holder, that's comparatively different. In geographic
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, back to Anujata ma'am. Mawa, Kachori, Jodhpur, Jaipur, Haria, Bandage. Okay, you can go for a GI registration, and you can create groups there in this with the makers of this. I don't know which is a bakery items or something. If you are interested, please go and give an interesting.
So I presume these are fabrics actually from
Okay.
Rajasthan. Yeah, fabrics, sir. The kind of
That also
clothing
go,
the
that also can go
artisans
for.
work on these clothes.
Ma'am, these are types of
These are
different
all
prints.
actually
Leharia like
true,
diagonal
ma'am.
strips, and bandage is like tie and dye. And there are different kachoris, like Kota kachori is very famous. Mawa kachori of Jodhpur is very famous. That's why I'm asking about them.
Okay,
Sanghaneri
then you can go
prints.
to research.
Ma'am, Sanganeri print has GI tag. Bagru print has GI tag. And Kota Doria also has.
Okay, great.
Okay, thank you, Mrinalini ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Anujata ma'am, for bringing this into the attention of others. Sorry that I didn't include your GIs in the list. I just included Kerala GIs my list of protection, list in the presentation. So 31 done with the registration, with the Google form submission, and all of you are in good score, seems to be. And Rekha Menon, who is in top out of 15 marks, and Serena Hans. I'm reading it with the email address, and Malini Vijayaram, then Gautami Sundarendran, then Anjali Kishore, then Geeta Lakshmi, Renuga Devi, then Shaktivel. So this all, I'm releasing the score now. I'm releasing the score with the actual answers. So you can cross-check where you were, and that will be helpful for you. So any questions? This session is open to questions. Rather than discussing more about the legal system, that's the reason I included, because this group is not specific to law. So we need to know what are the protection, what are things we can protect, what all things are covered in it, what's the essential quality, it's different from how it is different from trademark. So my orientation was in that direction. So I hope you understood related to geographic indication and how it is different from trademark, and what are the specific geographic indications in Kerala and India. And the video might be helpful to understand the patience they have in making, and why we need to protect them. Why we need to protect the traditional this geographic indications of Kerala and India. Any questions? So the session is open for questions. Please ask me if you have any questions. Otherwise, we can wind up.
Any queries? Or do we invite the person for the word of thanks? Anybody who would like any clarification on the session? It was really interesting, Dr. Anson, sir. It was very enlightening talk. If you have any further questions,
Thank you.
let me call upon Ms. Gautami P., Assistant Professor. Most welcome, sir. Let me call upon Gautami P., Assistant Professor on Contract, Department of Statistics, Vimala College Autonomous, Thrissur, to render the word of thanks for the day. Ma'am?
Am I audible, ma'am? Hello?
Very much, very much. Please proceed, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Good evening,
You
one
are
and all.
audible. Gautami, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, ma'am. One and all, good evening, esteemed speakers, respected faculties of various institutions, and my dear ones. On this fourth day of the enlightening 7-day online National Faculty Development Program on emerging trends in intellectual property rights, organized jointly by Vimala College Autonomous Thrissur in collaboration with the Inter-University Center for IPR Studies, Cochin University of Science and Technology, and Ratnavel Subramanian College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore, under the gracious patronage of the DBT Star College Scheme, Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. The opportunity for me is to express on behalf of the participants our heartfelt gratitude for today's session. Today, we were truly privileged to have Dr. Anson Jose, an eminent assistant professor at the Inter-University Center for IPR Studies, CUSAT, to share his profound insight on the pivotal topic of protection of geographical indications. His expertise illuminated the complex realm of intellectual property rights, shedding light on our unique cultural heritage, traditional knowledge, and indigenous products. His captivating discourse not only deepened our understanding of the geographical indications, but also empowered us with knowledge to preserve and protect our distinctive products from imitation and unauthorized use. Dr. Anson's dedication to the field and his engaging presentation style made this session both enlightening and enjoyable. We extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. Anson Jose for gracing us with his expertise and enriching our intellectual horizons. On behalf of Vimala College Autonomous Thrissur and our esteemed collaborators, I express my sincere gratitude to you, sir. Thank you so much for this remarkable session. And of course, we are indebted to the DBT Star College Scheme, Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, for their generous support that made this enlightening journey possible day by day. As we continue to explore the ever-evolving landscape of intellectual property rights, let us carry forward the wisdom and insights gained today to contribute meaningfully to the preservation and advancement of our cultural heritage and innovative creations. Thank you one and all for your participation and dedication and to fostering a deeper understanding of intellectual property rights. Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gautami ma'am, Dr. Anson, and all the organizing committee members and all the participants. I wish you another restful, beautiful night until we meet again tomorrow evening. Good night, everybody.
Good night, ma'am.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.